Hey everyone, Shabby here and welcome back to our next episode of Motorsport Management. The last race of the season in Sydney is upon us. And yeah, I'm glad it's the last race of the season because I want to see what's going to happen, what sort of money we get, and if we can really invest next season. Right, car condition update, doesn't mean it's going to take 12 hours either way. Interview for Sky, which one of your drivers is the best? I don't know. I'm not answering that. We've got zero marketability of our team apparently. Pit crew did okay, but it was pretty slow and power blitzed everyone. Pit crew, yeah, everyone needs a rest, don't they? But there we go. Car complete repairs. Okay, sponsorship deals, that's what we need. We need some dough. 240 grand a race for 5 races. I'll take that. You don't want us to finish anywhere either, you're just happy just to be on there, which is fantastic for me. Part of me thinks, should we have done that really with the end of the season coming? Should we have held off and see what sponsor available next season? But I don't think it matters, to be honest, really, is it? Hampus Eriksson, low quality, doesn't have a huge amount of potential, so shouldn't really think much about him. Where is he then? He's not bad, is he? Don't know who we sort of look at then. Do we want 3-star plus maybe? Well, David Schumacher is in our league and he's only 2.5 plus. Maybe we do want 3-star plus then, maybe. I don't know. We need to get a scouting upgrade as well, which will give us access to a lot more drivers, which would be good. It keeps freezing, so here we go. So F2, round 9 out of 10 in Guildford. Is that Silverstone? I don't know, but the Germans up the front again. And Glock finished quite low down. That's given Lotterer, Rosberg and Walrein the chance to pull away. It looks like it's going to be Lotterers. It's going to be Lotterers because it's only 10 points available for a win. So even if he loses, Rosberg can't catch him. So Lotterer's going to get the win. How many stars are you? It won't even let me click on you, will it? Okay, ignore me then. Right, let's keep pushing. Another scout report finished. Yeah, I'm not working on anything for the car at the moment because I want to wait to the end of the season again, see what we can get. An expose. That's interesting. Cohen's not very good either. We're running an expose on Maserati SPA with their awful working practices. We've had testimonials from the mechanics saying that they're overworked, understaffed and a ton of debt. Would you be willing to let us interview your mechanics to give our readers a reference point? They might have a few things to say about your own drivers. I'll bring... Well, it's not going to do anything for us, is it? It's going to bring down their mark speeds by 50%, but it's not really going to help us, really, is it? It's going to ruin our mechanics relationships by 15, which is not good. We're going to ignore that. And it would have just affected them, which I don't really want to affect them. I want to make us better, not ruin anyone else. Leaving Volvo, that's interesting. Performance work completed, that's good. Because that's some good parts that we've had fixed then, isn't it? So your performance is at max. Performance is max. So front wing, we're not really too bothered about that. Performance is max. This is maxed out as well now. The new front suspension can be done with doing. I mean, would that be done before the... That can be done before the race. 2 days before the race, that can be done. So we'll get that done. I think it's worth getting that done. And we do now have a 3-star. We've got 2 3-star. These said this wasn't good enough again, didn't they? Is that what they said? Where are you? Scouting updates. So, low quality driver Formula 3 does not have a huge amount of potential. Wow, okay. So, saying you're not good enough still. You're 3-star though. You're better than what I've got. That's the worrying thing. Okay, we'll see what happens moving forward then. Another sponsorship deal. 16th or above for 200. We're not even getting anywhere near 16th or above. Might as well refuse it and wait for something else to come along. Race 15 out of 16, Rio de Janeiro for F1. A victory for Bottas. Vettel in second again, which means 1 point between Vettel and Hamilton leading into the last race of the season. And Bottas has actually got himself back in this. Bottas could win the Drivers' Championship. It's possible. Vettel was so close to the back of Bottas as well. 0.3 seconds away from winning that race. If he had won that race, he'd be top. So that's going down to the final race of the season, that one then. So if Vettel wins the race, he wins. If Hamilton wins the race, he wins. If Bottas wins the race, I think it depends. If Bottas wins, Hamilton finishes second, then Bottas wins. If Hamilton doesn't finish second, that's a very interesting finish that is then. Right. Let's continue pushing forward. It's a long old time to the next race, isn't it? Travelling to Sydney, there we go. Final race of the season. Championship promotion. Okay, that's going to be interesting next episode, isn't it? Okay. Yep, that's interesting. Need to consider a luck investment into the building of the car. A ride and handling facility would allow us to consider... Yeah, we want to build all this. It's just money. Low quality, doesn't have a lot of potential. Whatever. Reliability in the factory has now been completed, which is good. Right. Interesting. Right, now we are going to go forward. We're going to go in 19th or above. We're going to hope to hell that everything goes wrong for everyone else and we finish off good. Off to Australia, final race. I'm looking forward to the next episode mainly, to be honest with you. I mean, I want to do well this race weekend. It's a big old track, isn't it? That's probably why it's a high heel boot. That's probably why it's going to be less laps. So it'd be interesting to see what does happen in this one. But next episode I'm looking forward to, because then we'll get a chance to see what we're going to get to play with next season. I'd like to get a nice chunk of money to be able to invest in that big factory, because we can't do anything until we upgrade the factory, really, and that's 10 million for an upgrade. So we could afford it, but then we can't really afford to spend anything on the car all season, which is not great. So I'd like to be able to have that amount of money. Right. Let's push you two into the cars. Car setup, are you going to do it right? No, you just need your downforce tweaking. A lot, to be honest. There we go, we'll do that. And we'll send you out then. We're going to simulate the session. We don't need to do it yet. We will do the moving forward, like I said, but at the moment we're not really gaining much from improving our setup. The car is going to be terrible no matter what. Hopefully this is going to be our last race of finishing miles and miles and miles behind everyone else, because hopefully in the summer we'll be able to do some more development. Like I said, improve the facilities, and then hopefully that will allow us to unlock extra parts to improve the car. We're not bottom 2 yet. Now we are. Yeah, now we are. Okay, we weren't bottom 2 for a moment. We were 22nd and 23rd for a moment. Right, let's see how far we are behind. It's a longer lap, so it's going to be a bigger gap. Maybe not. Only 8 seconds on Faith. Got 8 seconds, and then Gomez... Although Faith's quickest lap was on a soft and Gomez was an inter, so maybe that might be the difference there. Right, so let's get ready to rumble. Come on, here we go. Right, so what do we have to pick from here? We have inters and race trim. I mean, super overtake mode is great, but I don't think it's much use for us here, to be honest with you. And you've got race trim and burns fuel more slowly, allowing... Yeah, let's do fuel economy. We'll do that. That'd be pretty good, actually. It means we'll be able to go at a quicker delta then as well. So you're happy with your downforce, even though it's not in the green. Okay, that's interesting. You're very unhappy with your downforce. It's going to be more that way then, isn't it? Gear ratio, let's bring it more this way, and then suspension stiffness more this way. Maybe a bit more that way, maybe, I don't know. And then, yeah, gear ratio a bit more towards the acceleration side. Tyre choices, 26 laps. We're going to get 7 to 9 out of them. We're going to get 11 to 13 out of a soft. We're going to have to go for a 2-stopper on the super softs, I think. On Anthony, let's take 2 laps of fuel away from you. And then down... I think I don't want to really play with the downforce too much, but I feel like if I put it in there, it's going to be better. Right, gear ratios, suspension. Let's put the gear ratios back up a little bit. I don't know. We'll do it like that then. And then what do you get out of your tyres? You're going to get 11 to 13, or you're going to get 12 to... Let's do 12 to 14 on the softs, and then we can switch onto the super softs to finish the race off. Whereas Gomez is going to have to do 2 laps on the super soft. I'm going to take away 3 laps of fuel from you, because you've got the super economy. I don't know how good that super economy is going to be as of yet, so we'll have to wait and see. Right, our final race of the season. For some reason, Faith Anthony starts on the front as number 1. I don't understand the way this works. Is it drawn out of a hat? We do not know. So Anthony starts in first, Gomez starts in 23rd. No idea why. and Anthony had a terrible start, which allowed Zhu straight past. And you're going to go down to third straight away, aren't you? To fourth even? Yep. So Gomez is already down to last. Let's just speed it up because we know we're going to do terrible in this race. So let's just speed it up. See what happens. So Gomez, yeah, all the way down in bottom. We need Gomez to get to around about the 24 or the 14 mark, sorry, the 13-14 mark, and then we'll switch on to the super softs. If we can actually think about it, we might have to go for a soft again. But Anthony's going to have to probably do a two-stopper. So the first time we're going to go for a dual strategy this time. So Anthony's going to be a bit quicker. We are hoping for lots of problems as well, don't get me wrong. We're looking for some issues. We're looking for... Oh, look at that, Anthony overtaking Sam... I've got his name now. Bird. As does Gomez as well. We're up to 21st and 22nd. We are hoping for some issues with people, hoping for some retirements, and that way we'll be able to get ourselves into the money. Finishing above, well, basically 19th. If we get 19th, we'll be happy. There are a couple of cars here struggling. Let's hope they don't make it back to the pits. They have made it back to the pits, unfortunately for us. There's a lot of technical issues. A lot of cars that are not in great health at this point in time. We're up to 16th and 17th, but the chances of us staying there are very, very small. We're going to get caught up very, very quickly, aren't we? But we need people to actually retire. That's the only chance we've got of getting past them, I think. So, Anthony, you're going to need to pit around about 8 or 9. Probably 9 if we can. Well, I don't know if you'll get to 9. Maybe 8. Be 8, 16. Yeah, no, we probably do need to get to 9. 9, 18, 27 is probably the best bet, isn't it? So fuel delta on Gomez is looking interesting. So he does have the thing that allows him to use less fuel. So we have to save 3 laps worth of fuel if we can. Gomez is down to 18th. Anthony is doing well, leading this time, ahead of Gomez. But of course she's going to have to do a two-stopper. Because of the tyres we've got on. So basically Gomez is better on his tyre wear. So basically he can go on a one-stopper. Whereas Anthony just is not good enough on the tyre wear to be able to do that. Which is why we're doing what we're doing. Anthony goes up to 16th, pitting, overtaking 2 cars that are in the pits. As Gomez gets past one of them, I think. Anthony wants to come in, but you need to know another 2 laps, really, don't you? Unless we're going to have to put you on a soft in the middle, maybe. So this is lap 7. You need to do one more lap after this. If we can. So you need to do this lap as well, Anthony. There we go. And then we're going to bring you in for a set of softs. I was going to try and do another super soft on you, but I don't think it's going to work. So bring you in for a set of softs. And then Gomez needs to go another 5 laps. He could do it. He's only down to 50% use of his tyres, so he could definitely do that well. So that allow... See, Gomez actually caught Anthony up, even though Gomez is on the slower tyre. And then again, Gomez's tyres are in a much better condition, I think. As soon... Oh, yeah, the tyres are causing a massive problem there, aren't they? But Anthony's in. We probably should have gotten a bit sooner, but... I don't know, I think once you hit around about 30% tyre wear, you probably should go in, but I'm just trying to get the best out of it. There is a loose wheel nut for Florsch. Are you going to be out? Or are you going to survive? Looks like you're going to survive. I was hoping for some retirements in this race, but it's not working for me, is it? Anthony is down to 24th, as we suspected. Gomez is a bit further up the road there, but Gomez is yet to pit. We want to get another couple of laps out of Gomez if we can to go to the end of the race on a fresh set of tyres. We do have to... We can go for a one-stop on Gomez, that'd be fantastic. And I think it will definitely work out beneficial time-wise. And Anthony will go around about until lap 19. If we put some more super softs on. That's the plan anyway. We've been lapped for the first time. Hopefully the only time. Gomez's tyres are worn, but I need to get another 2 laps out of you, mate, to be honest. Really. Anthony's actually catching you up, are you? Zendelli's struggling, I think, because Gomez is pulling away from Zendelli, I think. I'm not sure. I know Gomez, but you need to get one more lap out of him, mate. One more lap. So the end of lap 12... Yeah, the end of lap 12, then that's going to be the end of lap 24, isn't it? We only get one more lap after this one. So you've got to get this and one more, mate. That's going to make it a one-stopper. That's going to be your best tactical go for, I think. Anthony's just been... That's not a second lapping, is it, surely? First position just got past Anthony again. I think that must have been a pit stop and then a restop. So Gomez, are you on the next lap? I think you are. You're on lap 13, aren't you? Okay, this is fine. So finishing lap 13 on this set, and then we're going on to another set of softs. Do you want to prepare your front wing just as a precaution? I mean, your front wing has been a problem the last few races, so we're going to have to do that, aren't we? It's going to slow your pit stop down a bit, but it's better than having that risk towards the end of the race. I don't want to not finish this race. There we go. Jack's up. Tyres changed. No errors. Front ring repaired. We're back out. And you are still ahead of Zendelli. No, you're not. Zendelli's overtaken you. But you are still ahead of Gomez. Oh, Anthony, sorry. Anthony's got to have another pit stop as well. So Gomez, you need to get to the end of the race on these tyres. So if you can conserve them for a couple of laps, that'd be great. And Anthony, you need to go another couple of laps before we bring you in for another set of softs, because, yeah, 11 laps is too many for you. We want to get to around about lap 19 or 18 before we switch you over. That's the hope, that's the dream anyway. No retirements. We had a lot of retirements early in the season, then as time's gone on, the retirements seem to have died down a bit, which is a bit disappointing for us. Looks like we're going to get lapped once in this race, though, which is nice. Aha, we do have a retirement. Jamie Chadwick is out due to mechanical issue. We need another 3 more of those if we can. Okay, that's good. So Gomez is 9 seconds ahead of Anthony, and Anthony will have to pit again, like we've said. Probably next lap. Well, I don't know. Yeah, we're not going to be not doing as many laps as we wanted to do, are we? So it looks that way. Maybe next lap's going to be okay for Anthony. This is lap 19. How much does a pair of Super Softs give you? 7 to 9. No, we have to wait till lap 20, aren't we, actually? So you need to get another lap on those. You need to heat your tyres up. That's fine, but just don't overdo them because we need to get them to the end of the race. So go on to neutral. There we go. Anthony in 23rd. We need a couple more people to retire if we can. Anthony's tyres are worn. Yes. We need to get past the pit lane, and then we can put you on a set of softs next time. Yeah, well, let's go super softs. We can put away super softs now. There's 7 laps of the race remaining. We have to do your rear wing. 7 laps of the race remaining. We might as well do it. Don't really matter who does it. Like I said, we're going to be changing your repairing your rear wing anyway, so it doesn't really help us too much, is it really? So who's going to win? Bruno Senna's in first place, but he's going to have to pit again. Newgarden's up there at top. No surprises there. Where's the guy that was doing pretty well? I've lost him. Be interested what happens in the F1 as well. I'm really interested what happens at the end of this season as well. Like I said, what money we get, obviously, and that sort of stuff. But then also what happens in the other formulas as well, whether people move up or down. Drivers move around. That'd be interesting as well. So I'm interested to see what happens on that. The guy who makes the mod did say that the seasons can become quite random as you move forward. There will be like a massive difference. Like Anthony Davidson will start fighting for the F1 Championship or something in a really dodgy car. So it can be very, very sporadic, very, very quickly. It'll be interesting to see what happens then, won't it? 4 laps remaining of the race and of our first season. Does not look like we are going to get any more retirees, unfortunately, so we're not going to get that extra 500,000, which is a bit of a shame, but hopefully we're going to get a nice little end of season bonus for finishing last, and then hopefully we'll get a nice chunk of money from the chairman to start next season on as well. I mean, he gave us 12 million to start this season with. If we got that again, we've got 3.5 million left over from this season, so if we add on whatever prize money we're going to get, then hopefully we'll have enough to invest in improving the factory, and then we might have to have a season of just consolidating again when we wait for the more money to come in, because the factory money is going to be quite expensive, because it's going to cost us more money to obtain the factory, to maintain the factory, should I say, as well. But I really feel like until we get the factory built, we're not going to be able to really get the parts to improve our car enough to be able to speed up. Got a gearbox issue on Anthony's car, but to be honest, we've got one more lap left until the end of the race, so I won't worry too much about it. So is wow, Gomez is actually coming. I don't say he's coming close to lapping, but he's half a lap ahead of Anthony now. Gomez's tyres are underheated. I don't know why. Is it because it's a low temperature on the track? Can't tell what sort of track temperature is, does it? Either way. But this is the final lap now. We've got one more. We need to finish this lap first. So Gomez is just starting his final lap, and Anthony's coming around to start her final lap. We're 3 laps down, which is not good. We're going to be 2. We've been lapped twice, essentially. There we go. So we've been lapped almost 3 times, but we're lapped twice. But there is a massive minute gap between Gomez and Anthony. Definitely Gomez with the tyre improvement, will being able to maintain the tyres for longer is a definite improvement, a definite boost, because he was able to pull off a one-stop strategy, whereas Anthony had to go with the two-stop strategy, which was not great. I think we're going to deal with these 2 drivers again for another season, like I said, because there's no point in investing the money, really. There's no real point in investing the money, really, because we're not going to have a car good enough. So we can hire 2 great drivers. It's going to cost a lot of money to pay their wages, and then they're just not going to be good enough. So either way, that's the end of the first season. We've finished bottom of the Drivers' Championship and bottom of the Constructors' Championship, which is great. Exactly where we plan to finish this season, which is good. It means we're on plan, if you look at it that way. We're going to scrutiny of the car, which should be absolutely fine because we don't have any risky parts on there, I don't think. Nope. So, Newgarden got the fastest lap as well, so he got 27 points. There was another car who got demoted after Fowler had broken the GMA rules. We did actually finish 21st and 22nd in the end. It's a shame there wasn't 2 more there, isn't it, really? Which means Newgarden does win the Drivers' Championship by quite some distance. Bird coming in 2nd and Senna in 3rd, and Jones in 4th. Very interesting. Team Penske have won the Constructors' Championship by quite some distance. Rebellion in 2nd, Braun in 3rd. We're joint 11th, technically. Us and Arrows were the only 2 teams not to get a single point this season. Tolman only got 2 points as well, so I wouldn't say they're too great. And let's see what money we get at the end of the season. This is going to be interesting as well. Well, I say it's going to be interesting. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Morale for Anthony goes up. Marketability comes down as does every single... I don't know where our marketability goes up, to be honest. It always seems to come down every race. We're expected to come 12th, and we did come 12th, and we lost £619,000 that race. Wow, that's really expensive, isn't it? So it'll be interesting to see what happens next season and see what sort of money we get. I don't know what's going to happen next episode, whether it will just be all of the pre-season, whether we'll get a race in there as well. I'm not sure. It might end up getting a race in there and it just being really, really slow, but we'll find that next time. Of course, if you've enjoyed this video, please do hit a like and of course subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next race weekend when we start a 2nd season and hopefully get closer to the cars ahead. Bye.